At the beginning of the movie, we see a man buried under snow suddenly levitate. Surprisingly, he is still alive. After dressing and getting ready, he retrieves his knife from the wood and continues his journey. The scene cuts to two young children. The elder brother's name is Jim, and he lives alone with his sister in a large house. He does everything himself and doesn't seem to need anyone to survive. Jim sits on the stairs, checking the bullets in his gun. From a distance, it appears to be a toy, but upon closer inspection, we see it is a tranquilizer gun, and its bullets are used to stun targets. Meanwhile, he hears a voice from outside. He goes out and sees a man asking his sister about her parents. The man asks Jim the same question, but without answering, Jim takes his sister and goes inside the house. Like an adult, he locks and secures the house properly, and then sits down to play with his sister. Meanwhile, we see strange creatures outside try to break in. However, the house is bulletproof, and they can't get in. They are all zombies, intent on eating the children. Currently, in the world Jim and his sister live in, only 1% of humans remain. The zombie virus has consumed everyone else. Jim and his sister aren't afraid of these zombies because it has become a part of their routine. Jim and his sister are playing outside when Jack, the same person from yesterday, approaches. This time, he has brought his partner. The girl lovingly picks Jim's sister up, but Jim scolds her and tells her to put her down. Afterward, the couple asks Jim about his parents. Jim explains that they have gone to get supplies. Hearing this, the couple tells him, "Okay, don't worry. We haven't come to harm you. We'll take care of you until your parents arrive." The scene cuts to another location, showing Aiden standing in the middle of the woods, unafraid of the zombies, killing everyone he encounters with his weapon. At Jim's house, the couple checks the place out, finding it equipped with amenities and supplies that could last a long time. Therefore, they decide to stay, as they realize Jim and his sister live alone. Jim has been eavesdropping on all of this. A sense of unknown fear rises in his mind. He locks his sister inside the safe room. Jim's dog sniffs him and starts barking. It is already night. When the couple sees a large number of zombies surrounding the house, they are terrified and turn off all the lights. But suddenly, the back door opens and someone attacks the girl. We see that she is injured. Afterward, someone drags her out of the house. What happened to her husband is not explained, and the scene cuts to the next morning. We see Aiden again, lying in the snow. When he regains consciousness, he realizes he is caught in a trap. As he frees himself, he sees Jim's sister standing nearby, laughing. Suddenly, a needle strikes his neck, and as soon as Aiden removes it, he falls unconscious. In fact, Jim knocked him out with his tranquilizer gun. After some time, when Aiden wakes up, he goes to the house, where Jim is standing holding his gun. When Jim asks the man about his motive, he says he is a soldier heading north to find his wife. Jim is surprised, as all the people who came before had come in search of food or medicine. Aiden is the first person looking for his wife. For some reason, Jim feels trust in him and brings him inside. Once inside, Jim makes a deal. The power in our house is out. If you charge all the batteries by running on the treadmill, I'll give him medicine, food, and a place to stay. Aiden agrees and enters the house, asking where his parents are. For the first time, Jim doesn't lie. He explains that his dad is a scientist who hasn't returned in a long time, and his mom works at a security agency. She is also away on a mission. During their conversation, Aiden notices a zombie outside. Aiden quickly goes out, picks up a large block, and smashes the zombie's head, killing it. Jim watches it all, but covers his sister's eyes. When Aiden returns, Jim asks, "Why did you kill that zombie? This house is bulletproof. Zombies can't get inside." Hearing this, Aiden is perplexed, wondering what other facilities are installed in the house. Anyway, Aiden needs to finish his job and leave as soon as possible. He runs on the treadmill day and night without a break to recharge the batteries, eventually collapsing from exhaustion. Jim's sister gives him water and food, then offers her hairpins, asking him to tie his hair back. After freshening up, Aiden serves them food. When they go outside, they discover that a zombie has fallen into their trap. Jim kills it with his gun. Then we see an old man and a young woman passing by. presumably looking for someone. Aiden and the children return home, where Aiden looks at photos of their parents. He also finds car keys and immediately gets an idea. He can use this car to quickly reach his wife and save her. However, as he starts the car, he realizes it is broken and he can't fix it himself. He leaves the garage and notices the outhouse door, where strange noises are coming from. Before Aiden can check it, Jim stops him. They all return home, eat dinner, and prepare for bed. We see that Jim handcuffs himself before going to sleep. When Aiden wakes up in the morning, he finds Jim is not in bed. Alarmed, Aiden goes outside and discovers Jim fixing the traps used to catch zombies. Seeing Jim busy, Aiden sneaks into the outhouse to see what is inside. He doesn't see much, only a mattress, pillows, and blankets lying there, along with scratches on the walls. He feels as if they had imprisoned a zombie there. Aiden returns home and later notices a strange man lurking outside, searching around the house. Aiden immediately hides to avoid being seen. Furthermore, Jim's sister looks at the stranger and says hi. Aiden quickly grabs her and hides before the man notices, saving them from being discovered. Seeing this, Jim realizes that Aiden will not harm them, so he returns Aiden's weapons, which he had previously kept as a condition. At this time, Aiden is fixing the parents' car. Suddenly, they hear Jim's sister screaming. They go outside to investigate and discover that the man who had previously come to inspect the house has returned with companions and has taken Jim's sister hostage. Jim stuns one man with his tranquilizer gun, but two men suddenly fall dead from behind. They were shot by someone, and the shooter is none other than Jim's mother, who has now returned. However, one of the stray bullets hits Aiden, who falls into the snow. Before dying, he has a flashback of his wife. Some time passes, and then something strange happens. Aiden comes back to life, and even more surprisingly, his wounds have completely healed. He is shocked to see himself alive, but Jim and his mother aren't surprised. They beckon Aiden inside the house to explain his condition. There's a very interesting twist here. Lena explains that ordinary people infected with the virus lose control of their minds. They act crazily, kill others, and turn into complete zombies. But among them, there are special zombies. Special zombies are those infected with the virus who do not lose control. They retain their minds. The positive thing is that they gain zombie-like powers. Just as zombies are immortal, so are these special infected individuals. Simply put, they are a hybrid of human and zombie, which seems like a good thing. However, just like every good thing has a negative side effect, so do these zombies. Sometimes, the virus takes control of their minds, causing them to lose their senses, kill people, and do strange things. When they regain consciousness, they don't remember anything they did. Hearing this, Aiden understands that he too is a special zombie, because at the beginning of the movie, we saw him die and come back to life. Lena then reveals a shocking truth. Her son is also a special zombie. The scene flashes back, revealing that the person who killed the couple at the beginning of the movie was none other than Jim. That day, when the dog was sniffing him, it sensed that Jim was about to turn. Therefore, before turning into a zombie, he locked his sister in the safe room to prevent harming her. Afterward, he killed the couple. This is why Jim handcuffs himself before sleeping every night. Night falls, and we see that Aiden has another dream about his wife. He sees her with blood all over her mouth, holding a dead baby. The sight deeply affects him, and he begins to cry. Seeing his sadness, Lena comes to comfort him and tells him that he's not the only one grieving. She tells him her story. When her two children were born, both had incurable heart conditions. At that time, the zombie virus was spreading rapidly, and her husband, a scientist, learned about special zombies. While researching the virus, he created a serum that, when injected into Jim, physically transformed him into a zombie, but allowed him to remain mentally normal. He became a super zombie and was cured of his illness. Lena's husband believed everything would be fine, but fate had other plans. One day, Jim bit Lena's husband, infecting him with the virus. Her husband turned into a normal zombie, forcing Lena to kill him. She breaks down as she speaks, and then they hear Jim screaming outside. He is about to go into a frenzy. Lena, weeping, locks him in the outhouse and sits outside. Loud screams and cries come from inside, but she refuses to open the door. Seeing this, Aiden sympathizes with Lena and tells her to rest while he stays watch. Days pass like this, acting like a bodyguard. Aiden helps Lena, and Lena helps Aiden. They seem to be returning to normal, but another problem arises. One day, Lena's daughter faints in the snow. Lena brings her inside and, upon examining her, discovers that her heart condition has returned. There is no cure, and now there is no one left to treat it. Lena is extremely worried. Aiden suggests injecting her with Jim's virus, so she too would turn into a super zombie and live like Jim. But Lena refuses, having already suffered a great loss. It is revealed that Jim has recovered from his frenzy. Along with Aiden, Jim and his mother take care of the girl. Days pass, and the time comes when Aiden must leave. Lena and Jim try to stop him, but Aiden refuses and departs. A few moments later, a group of people gathers around Lena's house. The group leader's daughter is missing. She ran away with a man, and it turns out they were the couple who visited Jim's house earlier. This man had searched the house before. While Lena was there, he couldn't find his daughter, so he searched the routes again and found her car near Lena's house. This leads them to attack the house. Aiden, who is asleep outside, wakes to the sound of footsteps. When he notices a large number of people approaching, he rushes back to save Jim and Lena. Inside, the man tortures Lena, asking, "Where have you hidden my daughter?" Lena replies, "I honestly don't know." But the leader refuses to believe her, as his daughter's belongings are in the house. Aiden sneaks inside and finds Jim hiding in the kitchen. He asks Jim about the invaders. Preparing his weapons, Aiden stealthily attacks them, killing many silently. He then comes face to face with the gang leader. Upon his arrival, many point their guns at Aiden. Instead of fighting, Aiden slits his own throat and dies instantly. He does this because he knows he can survive, but the pain will quickly turn him into a super zombie. As planned, he regains consciousness within seconds and begins attacking everyone present. While Lena hides her children, Aiden kills everyone. In the next scene, we see Aiden waking up the next morning. He is covered in blood and holding a human leg. He realizes he has killed many people. He gathers the courage to enter the house and finds that Lena has left a letter. She writes, "I am going north with my children. If fate wills it, we will definitely meet again because I know you're coming north too." Reading this, Aiden begins packing. Outside, we see that the gangster's daughter has also become a zombie and is killing other zombies. And just like that, the movie ends.